Let us now study the steps involved in extraction and isolation of metals. To start with the first step, and that is concentration of the ore. In place of concentration, we also go to make use of terms like dressing or benefaction. But before carrying out the concentration of ore, the ore is graded and crushed to a reasonable size. Now, what is the process of grading? Here, a quantitative analysis of a sample of a ore is carried out in order to know that after the extraction and isolation process, we will get a substantial amount of the metal. This will make the process economically viable and the metal will be also made available in the market, which will be cost effective. Now, let's know about what is actually concentration of the ore. Know that in the step of concentration of a ore, we go to carry out removal of an unwanted material, which can be sand or that of clays. It involves several steps, and selection of these steps depends on differences in the physical property, which can be gravity of a compound. It may also depend upon the type of a metal which is present or that of the gangue which is present. Gangue, that is impurity. The type of a metal, the available facilities, and the environmental factors are also taken into consideration. In this chapter, under concentration of the ore, we are going to take up with four different methods involved in concentration of the ore. The first one in the list is hydraulic washing. As the term is clear, it's very simple as that we go to carry out washing of the ore with water. Now, what is the principle involved over here? The principle involved in the concentration method over here is gravity separation. That is, the metal ore and the impurity will have differences in the gravities, and this physical property is used in concentrating the ore. In the process, we find an upward stream of a running water is used to wash the powdered ore. The gangue, being lighter, is washed away and the heavier ore are left behind. This heavier ore is then collected. We can see the same in the picture given over here in the slide. Let us see the second method involved in concentration of a ore, and that is magnetic separation. As it is clear from the name, this is based on the differences in magnetic properties of the ore components. If either the ore or the gangue is capable of being attracted by the magnetic field, then such separations are carried out. Can you give me an example of an element in which this particular method can be used? Yes, you are right. We can use this in the case of an iron ore. In this method, the powdered ore is carried on a conveyor belt which passes over a magnetic roller. The magnetic component, either the gangue or the ore, is collected just below the magnetic roller, and the non-magnetic one is thrown away from the roller. This is the way magnetic separation of the ore is carried out.